Okay, at this time we're on to item number 7, council staff reports and comments, and we have 2 presentations this evening. The first one is our Roseville Police Activities League presentation. I believe we have Mark Glenn here from Roseville Police Department to address this.
Mayor Garcia, members of council, good evening. If I could just take a minute, I'm going to kind of change up how I was going to do my presentation because we have such good support here in the audience. So if all of the officers, RPAL participants, and sworn staff or professional staff from Roseville Police Department, if you'd please stand up for a second. I just want all of you to be able to see the amount of participation that we're having over at the Roseville Police Activities League. And I think it's great that you all came tonight. So thank you. Please have a seat. So good evening. Once again, my name is Mark Glenn, and I'm currently serving as the Community Services Lieutenant for your police department. I want to thank all of you for allowing us the opportunity tonight to share with you some of the great stories and programs that are occurring each and every week at the Roseville Police Activities League. On behalf of the RPAL board and many of the sworn officers and professional staff that dedicate their time on a weekly basis to the Police Activities League, I want to stress to you tonight how dedicated we are to nurturing, fostering, and building very positive relationships with the youth that are in our community. I was kind of playing around on the internet the other night, researching some websites, and I came across a very simple but effective quote off of a Police Activities League, and it simply said, "It's better to build our youth than mend our adults." And that's exactly what we're committed to doing over at the Roseville Police Activities League. So with that, thank you, and I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Merv Screeton to say a few words.
Good evening, City Council. Just here. One of the big challenges that we've had with the PAL program over the years has been getting enough people to want to come and give their time and dedicate. We don't have a big budget, but we do okay. We don't lack for funds. We lack for bodies and involvement. And so that's been the big focus over the last few years, is to build an infrastructure of people where any one of us that are involved in it can leave, and it doesn't leave a hole. Usually over the 20 or so years that PAL's existed, you've had 1, 2, 3 people that were involved and dedicated to making things happen. Well, that's a very limited gene pool. So what we've done is we've built a mentoring program where people can come, work, volunteer, help the kids' programs, provide tutoring, mentorship, and all these things. And then in return, we mentor them and help them work towards their career goals. So everybody here that's part of PAL, please stand up. Everybody. So as you can see, all the people along the back wall, and these are all people here that want to work for, okay, you guys can go ahead and sit down, thank you. These guys all want to work for the city of Roseville and Roseville PD. And these guys are getting the chance to prove themselves and to learn our values and our principles before they come on. And that gives us a chance to handpick the absolute best people to serve this community. It's also allowed us to build the diversity into our department that we've lacked forever. So we've had people just recently graduate the academy through this program. We've had people that are on their way to the academy, and then all these people, a lot of these people here you see are testing coming up right now. There's a test. We've through this program we've picked up explorers, cadets, police officers, professional staff, and I think the true success story to get across you guys tonight is the number of people that are now volunteering and working there. We have professional staff from the police department, we have police officers, we have business owners, we have people that are coming and tutoring, people that are specifically mentoring, business owners out in the community that are all doing this. So I want the city council to know that you are supporting something that is not just something that counts and has value. It is absolutely changing this community, the very fabric of Roseville. It's changing what we are and taking it to a whole new place. And all these faces you see here, when I'm retired and gone and when the chief is gone, these guys and girls, I promise you, will take the reins. So I'm very proud of them. So.
Hello, my name is Viviana and I'm currently the RPAL coordinator. I began as an intern a year and a half ago and fell in love with this program, and I was hired on last year. Since then, I've had a number of ideas, and I've just really dedicated my heart to these kids. Basically, we service 8 to 17-year-olds in the city of Roseville. if they go to school in Roseville. We have a number of athletic programs as well as social service, which Bridget Dean will go into. We also have a summer program, and that's what I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Basically, it was considered our open gym before, and last year, we revamped it, and basically it was 3 days a week. We serviced up to, on average, 75 kids, which was a lot of kids for 3 days a week. And we basically teach them social skills, things like self-esteem, the building of their self-esteem, how to build friendships, how to get along with others, anger management. And everything we did revolved around activities on how to do that for the kids. So we did that. We also give lunch to them, and they're able to come on trips with us, with officers, and it's been a great program, and we have over 400 members at the moment. That will be anything from attending one program a week to all of our programs if they choose to. So it's a great program, again, 8 to 17-year-olds in the city of Roseville. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Bridget Dean. I am the Roseville Police Department therapist. Many of you also know me as the assistant principal of Adelante High School. I am doing double duty. I took over the social services portion of RPAL in the department, and we offer several services to our youth in the city via RPAL. We have individual counseling for the youth that are members. We also support the parents, which is important. We often see PAL as a youth organization, and in fact, we're a family organization, and we support every aspect of that child's social system or what's going on for them, so we try to support everybody. We also are on several of our schools. So we are in Roseville High School, Wood Creek High School, Adelante, I do have a couple interns. And this year, we started out at Roseville Adult School. And that just recently, as of today, they've asked for a second Spanish-speaking intern. Actually, we are swamped with a request to serve some of our adults at that school with social services and counseling. We are at Pathways, supporting the youth that may live in our city who are on probation or have other terms and conditions prior to coming back to our schools. So we actually have an intern there supporting them, so when they come back, the integration's a little easier. We do have our parent project that we're supporting. That is every Thursday night, and that's been really successful. We maxed out at 20 families participating in that, and 2 of our interns also participate in that and then make contact with each of those families. Our interns participate in our diversion program. They call back every parent after they attend diversion within a week to 2 weeks to see if the students had any other issues, if there's any other supports we can offer them. And then the other thing is, I just wanted to name our fantastic interns. They are all from Sacramento State this year, and we have Dina Caruth, Angelina Erickson, Emily Fairbaugh, Camille Fiore, Alexis Heredia, Laura Lopez, and Joanna Morena Espinoza. So I just really appreciate the opportunity to be at the PD, and thank you so much. And I'm going to introduce Officer Michael Barber.
Good evening, council members. I know that we've all met before, but since it's been about a year and a half, I'll just reintroduce myself. She said I'm Michael Barber, and I've been involved with PAL since 2012. Back in 2012, I was another college student working 2 full-time jobs, trying to pay for college, just continuously going into debt because I couldn't afford it. About after a year or so, I couldn't afford college anymore. And at that time, Roseville PD opened up an officer training position. I applied, and I didn't get the spot, but through that, I met Lieutenant Screeton, and he invited me out to PAL. When Lieutenant invited me out here, he said, there's no guarantee that you'll ever get a job in law enforcement, not just with Roseville, but anywhere. But if you want to have the opportunity to be part of something greater and contribute to society, this is where you need to be. So with that, I came out to PAL, started volunteering, and I made lifelong friends like everyone that you see over here to my left, and the gentleman I'm about to introduce in a minute or so. And about 6 months later, I got hired as a police officer, went through the academy, got back, worked my butt off in field training, and I'm an officer solo now for about 8 months. Now I have the best paying job that I've ever had. I have enough money to finish my schooling, which I'm scheduled to start again next month, and I'm contributing to society and helping foster the youth. So let me wrap that up and pass it off to Donald Mason.
Like my partner said, I'm Donald Mason. I'm another officer at Roseville. My story is a little bit similar. I started in 2012. My wife actually was an intern like the ones that she mentioned before. And she just happened to go up to PAL one day and I was with her. We were going to go to the movies after. And I was kind of interested in law enforcement, and, you know, I just graduated from UC Riverside, and she told me to come in, and I got introduced to Lieutenant Screeton. And similar to what he said to Michael, he just said, if you come here, work your butt off, show that you want to work for the community and work here at the police department, work your butt off at RPAL. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been working mentoring for the past year and a half. I've been helping out with the kids doing the MMA program. While doing that, the correctional officer job opened up, and then I applied for that, got that position. So while doing that, I was still working out at RPAL. I had a baby boy at the time, trying to work it out with that and finances and wife situation. It was a lot to juggle around, but I always found time to come to RPAL, and because I felt I got a lot of it just helping out with the youth, and just that's always been something I've wanted to do with my life. And I've definitely got a lot out of it. So when the police trainee position opened up, I applied for that as well. Went to the academy, graduated from the academy. So I've been an officer for about 4 weeks now. So just dealing with FTO, it's a lot. And then I still find time to come to RPAL because it's kind of where my heart is. It's definitely something that is fulfilling me right now, especially getting me through with this FTO program. Just I come to PAL, and it's kind of like a release for me. So that's pretty much all I have for you. So I'm just going to hand it off to Shelby. She's one of the students over at RPAL.
Good evening, Council. I have been attending RPAL for almost 2 years now. It all started when I got into a fight at school and was arrested, and as a result, I was put on probation for 6 months. I was ordered to go to PAL to complete my community service hours, and this was honestly the best thing that ever happened to me. After a week of going, they couldn't get rid of me, and I completed my community service within a month. They had so much to offer. I participated in the boxing, the MMA, the CrossFit, the Zumba, the girls group, and the counseling. Pretty much whatever they had to offer, I was there. It's just a great environment to be in. Like, everybody's so positive and friendly, and it was kind of my outlet to go to when things weren't good at home or I just needed somebody to talk to. And the officers there really inspired me and made a difference in my life. And I stopped hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I graduated high school at 16 with an academic merit award. And I'm now 17. I go to Sierra College, and I am almost done with my first year with a 3.5 GPA. I have also applied for the Explorers program, and it is my #1 goal to work for the Roseville Police Department, to make a difference in my community and other young people's lives, and I would highly recommend this program to all young people. It works. Thank you.
So that's our presentation for you tonight. Are there any questions?
I don't know about questions, but comments. Do you want to start down there, Susan?
Really, really wonderful to have all of you here and to hear the stories. Thank you.
Bonnie?
I really appreciate you sharing your story and being willing to do that, because I think that you are an inspiration to others. And I'm sitting here thinking about which young people do I know that want to go into law enforcement, and I'm going to direct them to RPAL, because I look around and I see all of you who have worked really hard to not only make a difference in our community, but in your lives as well. And that's just, I know that I feel so proud of the young people in our community, and it's just terrific to see all the work that you're doing. So thank you.
Pauline?
I think it's just such a terrific inspiration to see you, and I know people who are listening to the program and what they'll write about in the paper about this. I think it's just really great, because there's a place that kids can go and get that support and just have a friend that, you know, maybe a good friend, you know, instead of, and lead them in the right path and giving them choices and positive choices. Really nice to have you here.
I just want to thank all the officers and volunteers for putting all your time in for our PAL, and obviously it's very successful. Just creating those relationships is a huge piece to solving problems in the community and preventing them from the future. So thank you all.
I have the pleasure of serving on the RPAL board as the council liaison, and I've really enjoyed it over the years. And there are just so many success stories, and I know that Lieutenant Screeton's very humble, but he's really the glue that's held this program together over the years, and it's pretty evident. There's just so many success stories that have come out of PAL, and just so proud of all of you. Congratulations, and thank you for your presentation this evening.
Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you.